Hello, welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Fidelia Aguncha. We begin the news with the latest in the suicide bomb attack in Konduga, northeast Nigeria. 15 people have now been confirmed dead after separate attack in two aid distribution points in Borno City. The incident had been confirmed by the Civilian Joint Task Force in the area, which says both attackers were female. 43 other persons were also injured in the attacks. Despite repeated calls from so many notable Nigerians, the Nigerian army has insisted it will not withdraw its troops in the southeast region of the country. The troops have been deployed as part of an army operation tagged Python Dance 2, aimed at reducing the crime rate in the region. However, clashes between the army and members of the indigenous people of Biafra in Abia State prompted calls for a withdrawal of the troops. In his response, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tushko Brutal insists the army is under no pressure to execute its roles within the compass of the Constitution.
Nigerian army is part of the political consideration in the democratic system. It is part of the democratic process. Is a product of the democratic governance, the military, So we are not receiving any pressure. We are doing what the Constitution, has provided for us. Constitutionally, what our responsibilities are for us. So we are not under any pressure whatsoever. Whatever someone says, please we refer him back to the Constitution. There are several provisions that gives us those, responsibilities. And also, to carry out, such tasks as may be assigned, by the government, by the political, authority. So, be rest assured, we don't have any other role that is outside the Constitution. And as regards the proscription, this is what I want to believe the federal government will take the final decision on that. There are guidelines, that is provided in the Act, on the Anti-Terrorism Act, So I'm sure the relevant government agencies and authority will take the appropriate step, whether to arrest, whether to do any other action, and we will receive the appropriate directive from the authorities.
Senate President Bukola Saraki says the Nigerian Army's declaration of the indigenous people of Biafra as a terrorist organization is unconstitutional. The military had defended its declaration of the group as a militant organization, saying it reached the conclusion after due professional analysis and recent developments. However, the Senate President says the defense headquarters did not follow due process. In a statement, Saraki also condemned the proscription of the group by governors in the southeast region. He, however, called for peace in the region, assuring citizens that the Senate will look into the situation once it resumes plenary next week. Nigeria's Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, says the recent agitation for a separatist state by the indigenous people of Biafra is being sponsored by disgruntled politicians and treasury looters. The minister, who was speaking at a forum in Lagos, said the politicians are sponsoring the group with the aim of destabilizing the country. Mohammed also condemned the activities of the group, accusing it of attacking soldiers of the Nigerian army. He, however, assured that the government was in charge of the security situation in the southeast, adding that no one can threaten Nigeria's unity. President Muhammadu Buhari has sent northern governors to the southeast in a bid to secure peace. In addition, southeast governors will also visit Cross River and River State. The team of 5 governors is led by Kashim Shettima of Borno State, who is also the chairman of Northern Governors Forum. Others on the peace mission are Aminu Masari of Katsina, Aminu Tambuwa of Sokoto, Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi, and Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State. The Nigerian government has begun a vaccination against cholera in Borno State, northeast of the country. The vaccination comes after an outbreak in the state, which led to the death of 44 people. There are also over 2,300 suspected cases under surveillance. The new vaccination is in partnership with the World Health Organization. The plan is to vaccinate everyone over the age of 1, with an estimated number of more than 915,000 people over the next few days. The campaign will take place in Muna Internally Displaced Persons Camp in Maiduguri, as well as Jere, Monguno, and Dikwa local government areas of the state. The United Nations is appealing for $9.9 million, which it says will be used to tackle the cholera outbreak in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. The UN says it has drawn out a cholera response and prevention plan to address the need of 3.7 million people. The cholera response and prevention plan lays out the strategy to address the outbreak from all angles over the next few months, treating identified cases and monitoring, as well as tracking of new potential cases. It also includes improving sanitation conditions, ensuring affected people have access to clean water, informing communities, and carrying out vaccination campaigns and other life-saving interventions. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has conferred the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria to senior lawyer Festus Keyamo and 28 others. The 29 individuals were the latest in the list of lawyers to be awarded the rank by the Legal Practitioners Privileges Committee. Other notable persons include the Alliance for Democracy candidate in the last governorship election in Ondo State, Olushola Oke, as well as Akinlolu Oshibajo, brother of the Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Oshibajo. The 29 new sons were sworn in by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onogen, at the Supreme Court in Abuja, the nation's capital. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, is holding a 4th round of talks with the Nigerian government. According to the union's national president, Biodun Ogunyemi, the talks will again be focused on finding an amicable solution to the strike action. The last talks a fortnight ago resulted in an agreement, which was later rejected by other lecturers in the union. Biodun says the new talks will be focused on getting some sort of commitment from the Nigerian government. The United Labour Congress has embarked on an indefinite nationwide strike action. The industrial strike action, which was confirmed by Kaduna State ULC Chairman Ephraim James, comes days after the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, described the move as illegal. The group is demanding the Federal Ministry of Labour set up a task force immediately to carry out factory inspections in the country. It has also demanded the immediate payment of all the arrears of salaries owed Nigerian workers at all levels of government without exception, as well as its recognition as a labor group by the Nigerian government. Meanwhile, aviation unions affiliated to United Labour Congress (ULC) have shown directive to shut down the Nigerian airspace. The unions are the Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals, Aeronautic Information Services Association of Nigeria, and the National Association of Air Traffic Engineers. The aviation unions are not the only ones ignoring the strike order. The banking and insurance industries workers under the edges of the National Union of Banks, Insurance and Financial Institution Employees have also pulled out of the strike action. President Muhammadu Buhari has arrived in New York to join other world leaders for the 72nd session of the UN General Assembly. The event will last for 1 week. President Muhammadu Buhari was received at the JF Kennedy Airport by the Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema and the permanent representative of Nigeria to the UN, Tijani Bandi. The theme for this year's debate is focusing on people striving for peace and a decent life for all on a sustainable planet. Buhari will deliver Nigeria's national statement on Tuesday, the first day of the general debate.
Give him his shoes somewhere here, his phone and everything.
Don't do like that again. No.
Thank you. So, bye-bye. Hey,
Why do you
Oga, where do you think you are going? Home.
You never shake body.
Eh?
You never shake body.
Shake body, see?
Eh? You never shake body. You
Eh?
never shake body.
I don't get combo for my body.
You go take for here. Sit down there.
Down.
Man, what's this man still doing here?
They say I do shake body. I shake body, I shake body. They say I do this. And I say I don't get color.
You are asking for money.
Sorry, ma'am.
Asking for money to bail a suspect is an act of corruption. Both of you will be punished. Corruption is not allowed within the force. Remember,
Police is your friend. Giving and taking bribe is wrong.
corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. The Central Bank of Nigeria has urged Nigerians to take advantage of the sovereign sukuk being offered by the federal government. At an investors forum organized by the Debt Management Office in Kaduna, the CBN's Deputy Director of Financial Market Department assured participants of the Apex Bank's commitment to the smooth running of the Islamic bond. According to the CBN Director, the sukuk will not only allow Nigerians to take ownership of the road with half-yearly rental incomes, but will also fast-track the building of road infrastructure in the country. Oil prices moved close to $56 a barrel on Monday, remaining near multi-month highs reached late last week. U.S. crude were at $50 per barrel, while Brent crude futures were at $55.71 a barrel. The 2017 crude oil budget benchmark in Nigeria's 2017 budget is $44.5 a barrel. Clashes along the border of Ethiopia's Oromia and Somali regions have displaced around 50,000 people. Spokesmen for the two regions told regional news outlet earlier this week that at least 50 people were killed in the violence. The area has been plagued by sporadic clashes for decades. A referendum held in 2004 to determine the status of disputed settlement failed to ease tensions in the region. A new report by the Congo Research Group is accusing Congolese army commanders of orchestrating a wave of massacres that killed hundreds of people between 2014 and 2016. The report is based on 249 interviews with perpetrators, eyewitnesses and victims, as well as internal UN reports and arrest records that documented participation in the killings. It is the most comprehensive to date on the killings of more than 800 people and the first to offer a definite theory on the perpetrators' motives. The first vice president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Seyi Akinwumi, has assured fans of the Super Eagles that the Super Eagles will defeat Zambia in the return leg of their 2018 World Cup qualifier in October. Akinwumi said the NFF was impressed with the performance of the Eagles in the World Cup qualifying games, which earned the team 10 points from 4 matches. Victory against Zambia next month will secure a place in the 2018 World Cup for the Nigerian team. For the first time in the history of the ITTF World Cup, Africa will be presenting 2 representatives in the men's event of the tournament holding next month in Liege, Belgium. Aruna Quadri qualified in July as the winner of the ITTF Africa Cup, and Omar Assar was confirmed as the second continental flag bearer based on his world ranking. The 2018 World Cup will be held in London from February 22nd to 25th. Everton striker Wayne Rooney has been handed a 2-year driving ban after pleading guilty to drink driving. The 31-year-old was arrested by police earlier this month for driving while over the prescribed limit. He was later released on bail. The former Manchester United captain has also been assigned 100 hours of unpaid work as punishment for the offense. He is also expected to be fined by his club Everton. Well, that's all on news now. Thanks for watching. I am Fidelia Aguncha.